What's up, everybody? Technical difficulties here. My green screen is whack, but I'm here though. and so, uh, looks like we're talking about Mr. Joe Biden asking for more money. They had a White House in the title. I switched that to Jim Crow Joe Biden asked for Congress for 6.4 billion for the Ukraine refugees, but as the Inspector Von Savage so eloquently pointed out, he also asked for the same amount for these people too. Look at that. Remember that? Look at that. The Ukraine, Afghan, what 6.4 billion is the number that can come up real recently. Well, then that's where we need to be starting on that down payment for these reparations. Uh, we'll be right back here on the Keep It P podcast.
Early in the morning, wake your goat mouth ass up.
Seems like we glitched out for a second or something. No worries. This is Jay Lava, and this is the Keep It P podcast, where we take the news, situate occurrences, and indeed we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. And I'm not trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to show you how to think. That's why I bust down the articles the way I do. All right. And so Big Daddy Joe Biden trying to make it rain on another ethnic group again. Make it rain on another ethnic group. It says the Biden administration is calling Congress to allocate 6.4 billion to assist in malfeasant historic mission of relocating Afghan refugees. But what about all the black homeless people on Skid Row? What about all the homeless people? I mean, black. I ain't. Well, nah, I'm not concerned about them. What about all the black homeless people across
What
the
about
country?
the black communities that you brought that were thriving and you brought the freeway through?
Or I thought you was gonna say the black communities that were thriving until y'all brought drugs in and you made the 3 strikes law and locked them all up.
Well, those I tried to, usually our audience is
What up, Z?
educated on them issues, so I was going to a further one that you may have not thought of. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
the '94 crime bill. Yeah, oh yeah, that's it locked all the brothers up. It says senior administrator officials briefed reporters on the request presented in the form of a new continuing resolution Tuesday afternoon and outlined the separate categories where the funds would be applied. Notice how it ain't it's outlined, it's cut and dry. It's not no questions.
All the
It ain't
support.
it ain't
Nobody
no
disagrees. They're not like, yeah, and he's getting opposition from the GOP. Nope.
the majority of the funding request for Afghanistan is really for the Department of Defense and State Department to support the necessary refugee resettlement operations both overseas and the U.S. One official said that equals to $2.4 billion for the DoD to promote the resettling operations to support the bases as well as military personnel. On the state side, we have 1.3 billion for resettlement operations. Boy, they just get a shit away. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. They just give it away, man. It's just
Follow the drip. Follow the drip. Follow the
it's
drip.
something I'm keeping it P. I said additionally, the request includes operational resettlement humanitarian funding with 816 million for U.S. agencies and internal development, 193 million for the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, and 1.7 billion for the Department of Health and Human Services.
I thought this was for Ukraine.
Man,
I thought y'all was asking for money for the Ukraine. What
sound
happened?
sound like a whole bunch of people that stuck their hand in the jar and trying to get paid real quick. That's what it sounds like. It goes on to say the funding is certainly crucial to altogether fulfillment by part. The funding is certainly crucial to altogether fulfilling this bipartisan commitment
There
to
we
our
go.
Afghan allies and partners to both bring bipartisan super saying 94-1 targeting black people. Like I be saying, like I just be making it up. Nope. Soon as it's time to come together for something, boy, they all hands on deck. We've got full support across the aisle. We brotherly love our Afghan allies. Not the allies of the people that live in the country with you. No, not them.
No.
We talking about the
Can't
ones
be
that's
those.
the ones way across the pond there. Continuing resolution comes from less than 1 month to 1 month before the end of fiscal year of 2021, and while administration officials did not answer questions about the president's desired length of the funding request, they separately referred to it as short term. Wow. Well, just get the billions in and get them right out. We don't need a lot of time. I mean, they ain't black people, so we got to do this quick. Wow. Okay. Legislation includes 24 billion in aid for natural disaster relief, including 14 billion for pre-hurricane Ida storms and wildfires, and up to 10 billion to address damage along the Gulf and North Atlantic coast caused by Ida. Now,
How are we
everybody,
getting from refugees to now you need Idas, you need Oridas, you need
everybody
all
gets
Biden, I'm a
something.
Rida. I mean, what?
But I'm just saying, look how just so swiftly and quickly the cash gets dispersed. It's like, oh, you need some billions? Y'all need some billions? Everybody gets some billions.
Ain't no where the money gonna come from?
Well, as you can imagine, when we were putting together this package, the storm was literally ongoing. So, of course, we do not have precise estimates of the damage and needs. One administration official said in the Ida fallout, what we're seeing is that we insist that the events those need will account for at least 10 billion. And we are committed to working closely with Congress to refine those numbers, understanding the needs and including the requisite funding in the legislation vehicle. Boy, I'm talking about them as all go words.
Right now.
When they talk about black people reparations, it's HR 40, study, the committee to study committee that talks about study committees.
Hey, make sure y'all go see that latest episode from Tariq. He did a episode on that. It's called the HR 40 Finesse.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's a good one. It's say Shalanda Young, the White House acting director of Office of Management. They got a black one in there.
Always, you have to.
Office of Management and Budget said that the statement in the short-term CR is necessary not only to provide Congress additional time to pass full-year appropriation bills to make bold, forward-looking investments in our future, but also to address specific urgent needs facing our country right now. Nothing like the epidemic of, black people and killed, like nothing like that.
What happened to the Afghan refugees?
Guess what? The article's over. That's it. So basically, they just told you that we had put some money aside for the Afghan or the what is they
No,
not even
we did the Afghan first. Then we gonna do the Ukraine. So then we
yeah.
have the Ukraine one. So I just wanted them to see how they be talking, the correlation, listen to the language. The point
Well,
is, you ain't getting none, black people.
this one says Ukraine, and just for the record though, this one says Afghan. Y'all notice that it's 6.4 billion on both of them. I smell. You know what I smell? All type of fish sticks. All type of them. So basically, they just told y'all that they just made up some fake disasters and some fake refugees, and they go and pocket the money. That's what they just basically just said. It don't matter what they doing with the money; it ain't going to nobody black. That's the point.
Period.
Yeah, this election season is going to be real interesting, man. I want to know what black people really got to vote for, unless it's some local politician that's on code with the B1 message. National presidential election, what for? Democrats, party needs to fall.
Hey, read that Ukraine one. Send the messenger, fam. I just sent it to you. We just read the Afghan one.
Okay. So it says Washington, February 25th, Reuters, the White House asked the White House asked Congress on Friday to approve $6.4 billion in aid to address humanitarian security crisis in Ukraine after Russia. That sounds like the same thing.
Nah, it started off and then it went to the.
No, but
it
I
is
heard
gonna sound the same.
that humanitarian security crisis thing,
Of
same
course,
thing they said.
of course.
In a recent conversation with lawmakers, the administration identified the need for additional U.S. humanitarian security and economic assistance to
Hold on, are you
Ukraine.
reading
And
the same article twice, fam?
it sounds like it.
Don't it, fam?
Yeah.
Y'all hear they playbook? They got all they did was cut and paste.
Economic assistance to Ukraine and Central Europe partners due to Russia's unprovoked and unjustified invasion on the officials from the White House.
Oh, you mean
Congress
like how
aides.
y'all did black communities all over, Oklahoma, unprovoked attacks like y'all did?
Well, here goes some new information though. This is eye-opening. It says congressional aides said that the administration had made a request on Friday for briefing for the staff of a congressional leadership offices and relevant committees, including appropriation committees that set spending. Congress, which is controlled by President Joe Biden, following Democrats, would consider $2 billion in funding for the State Department and the USAID as an emergency bill, with funding for the Pentagon considered later. Congressional. Well, see, they talk about money going to other places soon. They come in talking about the refugees and go all the way. Now they talk about the Pentagon and
they love appropriation. The
yeah,
word appropriation. They
yeah.
love that word.
The money would also cover implementation and enforcement of the sanctions Biden is enacting to push Russia for its aggressive aggression against Ukraine. It goes on to say that, hold on, am I on the right article? Hold on.
I can see how you could get confused because of
Yeah,
their
yeah,
cut and paste job on both of the
right.
articles. They sound identical.
Democrat Senator Pat Leas and the two chairs said the appropriations committee said that
Oh,
they would
I told you they love
work.
the word appropriation. Here we go, appropriation. It's a word, the word of the day. You want to play a drinking game? Appropriation. Next time they say appropriation. Dude, come on,
BB
man.
Gaines, what's going on, Mom? How are you? It said the United States government needs to provide necessary resources to support our allies and assist in innocent
We
people caught.
need. Do you see the word we need to? Ain't that like we have to almost? That's not a have to, but you don't need to you don't need to cut the check though?
They only gonna need to when we make them. The newly requested funds would augment the $650 million in security assistance and the $52 million in humanitarian assistance the United States has already committed to Ukraine over the past year, as well as.
So when there wasn't no war,
They were
y'all
still
gave
giving
them a hot Billy. Just, hey man, take this Billy. Ain't nothing wrong. We asked y'all to sign with the NATO. You said no, we don't want no parts of it. But take this hot Billy real quick.
It says as well as $1 billion sovereign loan guarantee announced last week.
So let me give you $1 billion for free. You take.
Then I'm gonna loan you a bill. Don't worry about it. I know you good for it. Just you know what I'm saying. Just mess with me though. You know what I'm saying.
Hey, that don't sound like no dope deal, fam. Like, yeah,
That's all.
yeah. Here I'm gonna get half the kit, and then I got enough for half the kit, and then front me the rest of the kit, fam, and then I'll be right back.
Earlier Friday, Democratic Senator Chris Coons said chairs and Senate's subcommittee that oversights foreign aid said that it would support $10 billion or more to address the crisis following Asia's invasion of Ukraine. Wow, they just 10 billion? Psst, no big deal. I mean, what y'all need? 50?
You only wanted the 6.4 like we always offer everybody, but we got 10 for you for real.
So this is the end of the articles. This is how you know they suck. It says, departing from recent party divisions, both Biden fellow Democrats and opposing Republicans have expressed strong support for sharp increases in military and humanitarian aid for Ukraine, and some calling for the passage of emergency spending bill as soon as next week. Boy, they cut the boy, man.
Bipartisan. Next week we'll have a check for you next week because we're 94-1 on the Asian crime bill, locked and loaded on you, black people.
People should be real mad about this. And we see the anti-black racism the Ukraine would be bringing over here. You damn Skippy. You know that. You already know. You already know. So last paragraph. It said they all support everything together, including anti-black racism. That's right.
Of course, that's a global cause they can all agree on.
Hey, and let's agree on this. The only reason why we in this situation because enough black people ain't on code, because enough black people ain't outraged, because enough black people ain't hearing this message. That's why it's so key and important for everybody watching this program to like it and share it. You know, I don't care how big your platform is or how many subscribers or followers you got. People need to hear this. You know, this stops when we all get on code, right?
Right.
You know, this stops when it's a concerted effort across the country where black people stand up like, man, I ain't going to work. I'm not doing nothing till I get my check. It got to get to that. I'm not doing nothing. Nothing's important, fam. Oh, Afghan wars, planes blowing up, bombs dropping. That's cool. When y'all sweep up the debris, let's figure out how we gonna make these checks come out.
I guarantee you stop spending your money with people that hate you.
This is a Debbie Downer. I'm sick of hearing everything that everybody else getting and we ain't getting nothing.
I mean, they get it quick.
And the funny part about it is our getting something is contingent on the group. And them is our group is the hardest people to deal with at this point. Just recognizing what's going on. Seems like everything is way more important. Now, I'm not saying, well, I actually am kind of saying you need to be black empowerment at breakfast, cuz like you need to like wake right up on black empowerment, dude.
Because you should have went to sleep on it.
You need to breathe
that's why
on
you
it.
Should have woke up on it.
Eat on it. And this all stops when we get on code, fam. It's just done. It's over at that point. Soon as we get on code done. Code justice. Code freedom done. Replacing the system of WS with a system of justice. Just that simple. But it's
code, cut the check.
Right. Code, get paid. Period. They don't think we serious enough, man. You can tell by all the videos and everything that's happening. They testing and trying all over. They run up on a few bad ones here and there. Like my boy that smacked the
mayo.
the smacked the mayo out of cuz that was that like Applebee's or something. He gave him the open hand. Pow, watch your mouth. Pow, watch your mouth. He sound like an old
That's
pin up
chastisement. That
Yeah, he
wasn't even
chastised.
hey, he still did that out of love, fam. That's what's so cold about us black folks. He still showed fam some love and restraint because they wouldn't have did the same to us.
Yeah, hey, well, that's exact. TB said it. TBA said it. I'm saying it. And all new black media is saying it. That's what it's this the real shit right here. I mean, stuff. The real news, buddy. This is what's really going on. Like, that's why we try to like cover as many stories so y'all can get that insight, in-depth view. Again, not trying to tell you what to think, trying to show you how to think from the B1 side of the game. Maybe I should put that caveat there.
That matters.
Trying to show you how to think from the B1 side of the game. You got to be on this side of the game, man. Anyway, I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm a emoji, fold you, scold you about being on code. Make sure you make anti-black racism a public health crisis and love, peace with all type of blessings. And then you got Malohas. Take this. And you know I got to give you these commercials though. Peace.
Music TV.
Everybody know you get the money from that ride before you went on the date. I told you motherfucker ain't got your money yet, man. Fuck you, man. You ain't got the money yet.
Fuck you think you is, man? Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something? What you gonna do? You ain't supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got it. Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, see, I don't play with this shit.
Kyrie with the give and go. I get it cheap for the low. More snow than a Eskimo big birdies. Taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like nigga night. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got
He been hula hooping through loopholes, working real shit. You can count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby. Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain. He been hula hooping through loopholes. I gotta go, gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty, you trip.
Hey, Ray Ray.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and listen.
Brushy cream, leaves, keef, oil, premium bud. Man, I hustle in the streets, but I'm a freak with the love.
Bring that ass over, tryna bring it back. I'm a big dog, tryna bring it back. I'ma slide in the way to bring it back. Let a nigga.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it.
Music TV.